That's exactly what I'm saying. Because I think it makes a mockery of the women's game. If the focus on, now we just have to have people because of marketing and their attention, and they're not as talented, and we're not putting the best team out.
Caitlin Clark shatters WNBA attendance record amid controversy over her impact on the game last night's WNBA showdown between the Indiana Fever and Washington. Mystics wasn't just another game, it was history in the making. The matchup moved to a larger NBA arena to accommodate the buzz, broke the all-time WNBA attendance record, with thousands showing up to see one name, Caitlin Clark. Clark's meteoric rise has electrified women's basketball, packing arenas and captivating fans across the nation, yet despite her undeniable star power, not everyone is applauding. ESPN host Molly Qerim sparked backlash recently after saying Clark had made a mockery of the women's game. According to Qerim, Clark's popularity has less to do with her performance and more to do with her viral engagement with fans. She also argued that Clark's presence may be lowering the quality of the sport. But here's the contradiction: Clark is consistently putting up elite numbers and drawing the biggest crowds the league has ever seen. The Fever may have lost to the Mystics by a single point, but the real headline was the historic turnout and the spotlight Clark continues to shine on the WNBA. Debate swirls over her influence. Clark's impact is hard to ignore. She's not just filling seats, she's elevating the conversation around women's sports. Still, critics like Qerim and even some fellow players such as Angel Reese question whether Clark is truly raising the bar or simply benefiting from media hype. At the heart of it all is a bigger question. Is Caitlin Clark redefining the game more? Just redefining fame within it? Regardless of where you stand, one thing is clear. Caitlin Clark has changed the landscape of women's basketball, and the world is watching.
On the wrong team, she's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league, and she's a rookie. And if you're a WNBA player, if you're any kind of player, you're going to say, I'm going to make a statement. Targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. There's a huge target on this kid's back. I thought Cameron Brink said something really smart. She said, now they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years.
Caitlin Clark faces scrutiny as critics question her impact, but the stats tell a different story. Despite packing arenas and smashing viewership records, Caitlin Clark is still facing intense scrutiny from some of the sport's most visible voices. ESPN's Molly Qerim has been especially vocal, arguing that while Clark undeniably brings attention to women's basketball, she hasn't actually raised the level of play. Qerim claims Clark's style is more about flash than fundamentals, on deep three-pointers and viral moments rather than team dynamics, defense, or strategy. In her view, Clark entertains casual fans but does little to preserve the integrity of the game. She framed Clark as more of a performer than a player, suggesting her presence may be boosting the league's popularity at the cost of its competitive quality. But does that argument hold up when we look at the numbers? Clark's career, especially during her time at the University of Iowa, has been anything but hollow. She shattered record after record, becoming the youngest player in NCAA history to rack up multiple triple-doubles in a single season. And she didn't do it by just chucking up long-range shots. Clark led her team in assists, demonstrated an elite basketball IQ, and made precision passes that left defenders frozen and fans stunned. Her influence goes well beyond offense. On the defensive end, Clark consistently takes on tough matchups, leads her team in steals, and brings an intensity that's helped raise the overall performance of those around her. Far from being just a spectacle, Clark is redefining the modern guard blending, scoring, court vision, and leadership in a way few players, male or female, can replicate. Still, she hasn't escaped the critics. ESPN's Monica McNutt recently suggested that if the Chicago Sky finished ahead of the Indiana Fever, Angel Reese, not Clark, should be awarded Rookie of the Year. Chicago didn't finish higher, yet the comment reflects a broader narrative, that some still view Clark's impact as more hype than substance. But as more players, coaches, and fans rally around her performance, the conversation is shifting. Whether you view her as a showstopper or a game-changer, one thing is undeniable. Clark is doing things in women's basketball that we've never seen before, and she's forcing the sport to evolve because of clips.
I have said this all season, BC. My Rookie of the Year is going to go based on the standings. Okay. Because I think that is how you have the opportunity to measure impact.
And the sky's right above them.
And the sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese.
Again, what I think is happening here is this black woman is trying to play mental gymnastics and find a way to put Angel Reese above Caitlin Clark. Rookie of the Year does not go to a team. That's why it's called Rookie of the Year. It goes to an individual player. So wouldn't it make sense that you would analyze their statistics and analyze individual play overall? Like, this woman is doing all types of mental gymnastics in order to come to this conclusion so she can try to place Angel Reese above Caitlin Clark in that race. When the Fever and the Future are ranked higher than the Sky, I'll be curious to see if she says the same thing. See if she then tries to maneuver to something.
Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. The Rookie of the Year debate heats up. The Rookie of the Year race in the WNBA is officially under the microscope, and at the heart of it is a growing debate between two of the league's brightest young stars, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. ESPN analyst Monica McNutt recently made headlines when she said her pick for Rookie of the Year would depend on team standings. According to McNutt, if the Chicago Sky Reese's team finished above the Indiana Fever, then Reese should take the title. At the time, the Sky were ahead and holding a playoff spot. But now, with the Fever climbing the standings, critics are questioning whether that logic still holds. The backlash wasn't far behind. Many fans and analysts pushed back, arguing that Rookie of the Year is an individual award, not a team one. They pointed out that the title should reflect individual performance, not just which team has a better record. And when it comes to individual stats, Caitlin Clark's numbers are hard to ignore. Clark has delivered jaw-dropping performances since her debut, from averaging 27 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds per game in college, to putting up league-leading stats in the pros. Her impact is clear. She's dropped 30, 40, even 50 points in key games, often carrying her team on her back. And it's not just about scoring. Clark's court vision, high assist numbers, and sharp basketball IQ have proven she's far more than just a scorer. Her efficiency is elite too. She's shooting over 45% from the field and just under 40% from deep, all while facing the toughest defenders in the league night after night. Clark isn't just putting on a show, she's keeping her team competitive and rewriting the expectations for rookies. Despite all this, some critics including Qerim and Monica McNutt have questioned Clark's impact, suggesting that her spotlight has overshadowed other deserving players like Reese. Reese, for her part, has also voiced frustration. She's claimed that the media has positioned her as the villain while casting Clark as the hero, and insists that she too has helped elevate women's basketball. But while Reese is undeniably talented and has a strong following of her own, Clark's numbers and consistency are difficult to match. Her accomplishments aren't just impressive, they're historic. As the season plays out and both teams continue to battle for playoff positions, one thing is clear: this Rookie of the Year race is about more than basketball. It's become a flashpoint in a larger conversation about media narratives, individual achievement, and what it truly means to change the game we see as more self-promotional than factual. Meanwhile, Clark has stayed above the drama. She's never publicly criticized Reese or any other player. Her interviews are consistently respectful, and she avoids controversy both on and off the court. Still, she often finds herself portrayed as polarizing, with segments of the media seemingly eager to find fault in her meteoric rise. That double standard hasn't gone unnoticed by fans. Many have voiced frustration that Clark, despite her professionalism and record-breaking performances, is often the one under fire, while players like Reese, who openly embrace controversy, are rarely held to the same standard. The irony is hard to miss. While Angel Reese appears comfortable playing the villain, Caitlin Clark is uninterested in the narrative warfare. She's focused on what she does best, dominating the court and letting her game speak for itself.
People don't understand, like, if they think it's personal, but when I get between the lines, if friends or anything, if my teammate right here went to play for another team, I'm going to be competitive, I'm going to talk trash to her just because I'm super competitive and that's what we do. But off the court, we're going to kick it and have fun. So I think that's a part of the game, and just trying to normalize, like, trash talking is okay, but not taking it personal off the court. And obviously that has become a thing, and people are just trying to make it seem like it's something. But I love Caitlin, I love her game, and I admire everything that she's done.
Watching women's basketball right now, it all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now. And understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because...
If y'all know that. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. So I know why Cheryl Swoops is mad. I know why you mad, Cheryl. Because you see Caitlin making the money that you wish you would have made when you was a player. And you kind of bitter. You kind of salty. It's a jealous spirit. The moral of the story is this. Every OG is not an OG. Some OGs just old and grumpy.
Olympic break helped the Indiana Fever more than any other team. And I felt like the Olympic break really hurt Chicago. Because I thought before the break, Indiana was playing well, Chicago was playing well, and granted, there have been injuries and things like that. But since the Olympic break, this Indiana Fever team, to me, is a completely different